Don't you love it when things are both easier and more affordable? Like when the rain washes your car for you. Or like when you save up to 10% by bundling your renters and auto insurance with USAA. Bundle with USAA and start saving. Get a quote today.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Saturday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Saturday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Saturday. Saturday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins, and Bill Flitter.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Before we jump in today, I got to get my volume set there. I want to, and we're going to talk about youth basketball, kind of overcoming some of the obstacles and nurturing youth athletes right now, kind of going into the summer. But before we do that, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market. I have some really cool, I don't know what the right word would be. It's not relationship. We're going to be doing something really cool together in the next few months. And I'm excited about it. I think it's a great organization. We own 3 of them. Go over and check them out. Mention any of our podcasts, mention Coach Collins, and they'll give you $450 off. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you're looking to take your coaching, if you're looking for everything you would ever want in coaching, teachhoops.com is the answer. If you're a youth coach, which is a topic we're going to look at today, if you're looking for practice plans, you're looking for a little bit of guide coaching youth basketball, then go over and look at coachingyouthhoops.com. That would probably be the step. But if you're at that other level, then go over and check out teachhoops.com. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about overcoming some obstacles and coaching youth basketball, which I think is a wonderful thing. I think it's a way that a lot of you can make influences on our future things. I think coaching, no matter what sport, we're talking about coaching basketball today, but no matter what sport we're doing, I think it's extremely important in the building of our youth. We're gonna explore common obstacles and discuss strategies to overcome them as a youth coach. And I hope you find this useful. So first of all, I have a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old. Obstacle number 1 is limited attention span and engagement. So I think you have to, and that's why coachingyouthhoops.com, we were very structured in how we did it, because you have to keep them. That's why a game-based, a fun-based, how you structure practice is super important. Because the importance of fun drills and games to focus on their skill development, to use a positive reinforcement to praise and motivate the players. It should be 4 positives for 1 negative. The younger they get, you can move that and flux it. But usually you have to. Here's the difference: the difference between coaching a 2nd grader, a 5th grader, a 9th grader, and a 12th grader. You, as the coach, have to find the resources and the knowledge to be able to teach appropriately and meet them at their learning style and their learning level. I think that's the biggest part that coaches have a problem time, is they have that limited. So how do I keep them engaged? How do I find the fun games? How do I keep them active? How do I work on skill development? So that's number 1. I think obstacle number 1 is limited attention span. I think that's a big one. Obstacle number 2 is skill variation. Again, stats teacher, any of you that listen know that I'm a stats teacher. The spread and ability level for youth level is huge. I even see it. I even see it in some girls programs and some lower level boys program. I mean, I just see it's hard to have an open gym because the skill level of it is so big and so different. So you're working with different skill levels, different abilities, and different skill levels, even at the 3rd and 4th grade. So when you do that, the importance of individualized coaching to cater to each player's need, conduct practice. That's how you build their strengths and weaknesses. Like, Johnny's a really good dribbler, but Sam is not. You have to develop a plan that meets the players at their specific thing. Small groups, one-on-one sessions, things where they're touching the balls, breaking up into specific talent, like in the specific talent groups is important, because otherwise they're going to get bored and they're going to get other things, I think, that are really can be an obstacle for all of you kind of moving forward. All right. Number 3, parent involvement and expectations. All right. So that's obviously a third obstacle when you're dealing with youth and their development. You must discuss, and I always say you must discuss the parents' role and their impact on the coaching process. What is their role? What is your role? What is the player's role? It's this triangle. So if you can't avoid it, it's like the refrigerator. We can't avoid it. You must address common challenges like playing time, unrealistic expectations. Susie's going to play in the WNBA, whatever it is. Offer strategies for building relationships with parents. Okay. So open lines of communication will sign 97% of it. Okay. Educate them, about the balance of, what is this? It's a developmental for most part at the youth level. Organize parent meetings to collaborate. Where can the parents, like, that's what I always try to do within our program, is where can the parents help? What can they do to open a specific window? Maybe it's running the banquet, maybe it's senior night, maybe it's parent night, whatever it is. I think they can open specific things for that. All right. Number 4 are obstacles are sportsmanship and character building and life lessons. All of those I think are hard with the world we live in right now. Instilling that, you don't put a 3 up all the time when you score, or, puff your chest or do those kind of things. So building what is the appropriate way to emphasize appropriate behavior? What is the way that we want to tackle things? Sorry, I had to cough there. We want to incorporate team building activities. We want to incorporate things that they're doing together. So I think those are all important. So in conclusion, let's go through the obstacles. Limited attention span and engagement at the youth level, I think, is big. Skill variations and differences, parental involvement and expectations. How can you tackle those? And sportsmanship and building character. I think those are all things as a youth coach. And, we've tried, again, like I said, we've tried to build all of those into coachingyouthhoops.com, which you can go over and check out. But I think all of those things you can't ignore parents. They're part of the equation, just like you are part of the equation, just like the player is part of the equation. So I think you have to lead by example. You have to encourage coaches. You have to embrace those challenges and face them head on. And then I think your youth coaching experience, you can make a difference in young people's lives more than anything as being a youth coach. So hopefully this was helpful, and have a great day. Bye.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.